Good afternoon, everyone. I am singing Voice of Truth by Casting Crowns on my 8th praise walk, heading up to my son's first baseball scrimmage of the year at Lincoln Park. Oh, what I would do to have the kind of faith it takes to climb out of this boat I'm in and onto the crashing waves, to step out of my comfort zone and to the realm of the unknown where Jesus is, and he's holding out his hands. The waves are calling out my name and they laugh at me, reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. The waves, they keep on telling me time and time again, girl, you'll never win. You'll never win. But the voice of truth tells me a different story. And the voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. Oh, what I would do to have the kind of faith it takes to stand before a giant with just a sling and a stone, surrounded by the sound of 1,000 warriors shaking in their armor, wishing they'd have had the strength to stand. The giant's calling out my name and he laughs at me, reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. The giant keeps on telling me time and time again, girl, you'll never win. You'll never win. But the voice of truth tells me a different story. And the voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. And the stone was just the right size to put the giant on the ground. And the waves, they don't seem so high on top of them looking down. I can soar on the wings of eagles when I stop and listen to the sound of Jesus singing it over me. And the voice of truth tells me a different story. And the voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen and believe. I will choose to listen and believe the voice of truth. I will listen and believe. I will listen and believe the voice of truth. I will listen and believe, 'cause Jesus, you are the voice of truth. And I will listen to you. You are Jesus, you are the voice of truth. Today I did it around empty fields and around the parking lot, so there was hopefully people that was encouraged around the parking lot that was hearing it, and I know they could probably hear me at the baseball field, but seeing how my son gets bullied so much, I didn't want to add to that for him, but I still wanted to do it here at the park so that as I was singing, I could be praying for the fields and for these kids to see somebody stepping out in faith for what we believe in. God is worthy of our praise. Jesus died for our sins. The least that we can do is give him a sacrifice of praise. And while we're doing that, it's showing mercy to those like myself who are depressed and listening to lies, voices of the enemy instead of the voice of truth. I quit smoking 4 months ago, and there was a voice inside of me telling me that I would never enter into his rest. And it has not really left me alone since. So I know that was not God. And Jesus is the voice of truth. Our Father loves us so much that he sent his only Son to die for us, which is the Father manifested in human flesh. The Word became flesh. That is the voice of truth. He is love, and he is worthy of our praise. And we should encourage each other and love one another while given the opportunity. I love you. God bless. Let's pray for each other and lift each other up instead of tearing each other down.